Awesome. And I wrote notes because I knew I was probably going to forget and I want to stay on track. I'll stand up here. Okay, yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I love that. Thank you. Yes, I am Jen. I feel like I've known Brooke forever, but every time I go to a convention, this is part of my submission. Ever since After Dark 2012, we were really challenged to step into a convention with some intentions, whether it is a few things that you want to work on in your business or your creativity. And I just felt it was so important. Like, I was just blabbing. I just rambled to Brooke about it because I've had a hard year where I needed to ask myself, why am I here? Not here at Promoting Passion, but why am I here? Like, literally. Why am I here on earth? What am I here to do? And I submitted all this, and I was like, as I was getting download after download and sleeping and then waking up and sleeping and waking up, I was like, man, I have so much to share with you tonight. And it's so simple that we all get the chance and the opportunity to ask ourselves why we are here tonight, why we are here at Promoting Passion. You can go anywhere and use this technique. So I kind of wrote some stuff down for you, but the biggest thing was I was asking myself this year, why am I here to do the things I'm doing? It's very unique situations. We all are so individual in what we do. We're all passionate because we come to Promoting Passion. But I really wanted to ask you, there's two things that I want you to think about. And when you think about the root of why you are here, and I'm talking about the R-O-O-T, like a root. Why are you here to create? What brings you back to this place? What brings you to this place in particular? Like, some of us have had a lot happen over the last 3 to 4 years. We've been tested, challenged, tried, bruised, broken, and some of us have come back even stronger, right? So I'm gonna ask you, and I've noticed this a lot of people, there's a lot of fear that happens. We're afraid to show our art. We're afraid, I'm just gonna look over this way. We're afraid to show things about ourselves because we're scared. And I think what the pandemic taught me is that I don't have time to waste anymore. So I wanted to know what the root of my fears were. What are the roots of the things that keep me grounded, but also mobile? My new tattoo, I keep showing it to you, like, you have no idea what it means to have roots shooting out of a vase, because I want it to be rooted, but I also want to be able to walk. You know, you're rooted in who you are. That means you can go anywhere at any time and be with anybody and be rooted in who you are and create the way you want to create. So I think that's one thing you need to ask yourself. What are some of the roots that are either holding you back or helping you walk to where you need to go? Because I love that. I love that. So another thing I want to add in here is that some of you came to this Promoting Passion to retreat from something. I love the word retreat, even though I'm never going to call it PPR. So.
I know.
A retreat to me is so different than a convention. You have to have a different intention when you come to a retreat. So it was an immediate shift when she changed the word on us. And so some of us are retreating from something. Some of us are retreating to something. Well, let's be honest, a lot of us love coming here because we love retreating to this. And some of us are running away from things in our personal lives that we just don't want to handle them right now. We want to come to PPC and be with each other and pretend that the things that we're dealing with at home are non-existent. But the fact of the matter is, once we leave here, we have to go back to our real lives, and we're apart from each other again. Even though the digital world is wonderful, oh my God, so many of you are so amazing on those Zoom calls. You're amazing when you meet up with each other all across the United States. But when we're retreating to this place, just be aware of where you're at in your mental state, in your creation state, what it's like for you when you get home, because this is going to be a great space for you to let some things go. It's also a great space to embrace some new things. And I think you're already starting to see that happen with some of us who got here a little early. And some of us are staying a little bit late, so it's your show, right? The second thing I want to tell you is that sometimes you need a route. R-O-U-T-E. So sometimes there is a pathway. And I've been talking a lot about pathways lately because we're so visual, right? We love talking about pathways. We love photographing them. We like making them. And I've already seen people exploring. I've seen Heather out there exploring already for other pathways that are like treacherous, or that you shouldn't wear your flip-flops to, or stuff like that. Really think about the route that you need to take on this journey this week. And I think some of us, do you know that how many different routes there are? There's so many different kinds of routes. You can walk down a beach, that's a route. You can walk down a paved street. My personal favorite is now chopping through the jungle because apparently there isn't a route where I'm going, so I'm kind of making my own. And I think it's something you need to think about here as well. Like, are you needing to carve something for yourself? Or are you already walking something that's already there? Like a recipe, like you already have a recipe. But I'm adventurous right now, and I'm cutting my own thing with a big machete. I promise no plants will be harmed. But that's the two things I wanted to share with you, is that you're gonna have a route. You need to look at what is going on in your life right now, what is going on in your art right now, and you need to find the route to get there. Whatever it is today, tonight, if you get some chance to think about it tonight, I know Brooke's gonna walk us through some things, but if you have the chance to sit down and really think about why you're here, what's the root reasons for things that are holding you back or pushing you forward, and the route that you need to take to get there in these next several days. And then you can take that home with you. That's the great thing, is that we're supposed to take what we do here and take it home with us and repeat it over and over again until we've created this wonderful life that we actually want to be in. Let me make sure I have gone over everything because I don't want to miss anything at all. This is where it gets great because, as you already know, we have the opportunity to explore our deepest and honest, true passions. This is a chance to go a little deeper than what you thought. When you got here, you already had some plans, but I'm going to challenge you to maybe rearrange your plans. I came with no plans. Me and Sarah have talked. We know, yeah, we know. This was different for me. If you've known me for years, I always have a plan. I'm going to do this, this, and this. I'm going to all these 20 different things and all these 20 different ideas because I got to prove I'm an artist. And I came differently because it's a retreat. It's not a convention. And I wanted to let you know also, we have these opportunities to find moments of conversation. This is the stuff that's really going to go home with you. Conversations. You're going to make great art. You're going to have great visual inspiration, have great speakers. But what you're going to take home are these relationships and conversations. And I want you to be open for that. Healing moments. My most healing moment was 2018. I was in a room with people just like y'all, and I was so closed off. And somebody listened to me. I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I didn't know how to tell them how hurt I was and how alone I was. I was having fun, y'all. You can easily have fun at photo shoots, but never really deal with why you're here. And something you're dealing with, somebody could be an ear for you. I was in a dark place, but nobody knew it. It was hard. And I left there and I got counseling right away. I was like, yes, okay. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. I couldn't let people love me, and now it is so dramatically different than 2018. I've got a 6-year-old, she's about up to here. Y'all know I announced it at PPC 2016. She's amazing. But anyway, the journey I'm taking is for her, it's for me, it's for my family, it's for all of you to be up on a stage like this and let you know that it's okay to be who you are. And even if you feel like you're the ugliest person in the room or you make the stupidest art, we love you for it. We want you to show up as you. So that's where the healing moments for me has been in this place. And I want you to understand that may happen for you. And it's okay. And you're in a safe space to do it. We want to make art that impacts not only ourselves, but others. And I think a lot of us need to take a minute to impress ourselves and pat ourselves on the back for something we've created or challenged ourselves. Not everybody needs to have a gallery opening. Sometimes just that friend that says, oh my God, this art impacted me because you created it. That sometimes is the moments that you need. So some things right now in your heart and mind to give yourself the freest experience here. And that means dropping all of those roots of fears. There's so much fear that comes with us when we come to these things too, because we're so scared to be who we are and create the way we want to create. And I've been embracing that fear over and over, and I'll just kick it to the ground because you've got to do the things that you're supposed to do. And you have the opportunity in this moment, in this space, to be the freest you've ever been. No idea off the table. And I want you, because I've come to all of them now, I want you to have the best experience you'll ever have, especially if you keep coming to these and you're like, this year was better than this year, and this year was better than this year. You know what? For me, every year was great. Minus the ones we had to skip, right? Yeah. But every year was great, and every year built upon each other. And I think it's important that some of these people in these, I haven't seen art in years, but Art was at the first one with me. And so we all have this experience. We've all been reliving the ones that we got to be a part of, and some of the new ones, newbies, you're going to have all kinds of stories to tell. I mean, there's like 4 cats out there wandering the ground. I mean, it's great. There's like so many great cats here. I was taking Jay up to her room and there was like 4 people on horseback. I mean, it's just a beautiful space to make memories. And so I want to leave you with this. What is your root? R-O-O-T. What is your root that you know you're dealing with and you need to write it down and face it? And what is your root? R-O-U-T-E. What is your pathway in this few days that is going to take you where you need to go? Define it for yourself. Nobody can define it for you. And I believe that kind of sums it up.